Not sure where I stopped from, but I was saying that with the cyan or blue, we can see the ones that are included by the filtering, the yellow, the ones that are excluded. But what we also want to do is that we first want to see if there's anything that's not been predicted at all, that's not been spotted at all, and we want to include it in there. Let's have a look very fast. Maybe we see a neuron there. All right. So what I'm going to do, never use the oval or elliptical brush, um, or yeah, whatever this is, because if you do so and you want to run the colocalization steps later on with the script, it will not work. So you use the polygon or maybe even the freehand, I suppose, but I think the polygon is more safe. And first thing we're doing is we're designating the region where this neuron is. And then I press T. And when you press T, it will be added. And now you see the benefit of having renamed our regions of interest before, because we can easily tell the difference between something that's added by us and something that's added by the program itself, the start this network. All right, so you will do that for every neuron that's missed. And the more robust your network is, the less neuron will be missed across images, maybe no neurons. By neurons, I mean, well, whatever, objects, right? It can be whatever. When you have something too bright and you don't know if it's an artifact, for example, here I see that it's Cephus nucleus, because I can also see like the variance in the pixel value. But when you have something like that and you don't know what's going on, well, then either you recreate the visually optimal and you change your 2.7 value with something else in order to be able to see more of these, or you will have a brightness window here. Always remember where you were, 6 to 8, all right, and go lower. When I go that lower and I still see that there's a very tiny part of pixels occupying very high pixel values, then I suspect an artifact, all right, because I don't see the variance that I see, for example, here in terms of pixels, right? This is more realistic to be nucleus. So for these ones that are very bright, you can always tweak a bit the brightness. Just keep in mind that if you drag this lower than the 233, then you're also dragging this. All right. So you can play a bit with that, but always set it back to the 633 that it was, or something like that, because you want to be deciding about neurons having the same intensity. Again, you can test this if you want or not. So after having done that, we've actually done 2 out of the 3, right? We have added false negatives, we have removed the false positives, and now we're looking for erroneously excluded rows. And these are the yellow ones, but not the yellow ones that have these numbers, but the yellow ones that have normal numbers. All right, and let's see if we have something. Well, I think I will solve it this one, for example, and maybe I will solve it this one. Maybe I will solve it let's see if we have anything else. I don't know. That's quite small here. Might be an artifact. Yeah, let's see that I solve it this one. If you want, of course, when the time comes, you have to be more careful. I'm also solving this one, for example. Oops, I moved it. Can I move it back? And so be careful with that to not do what I did. I think it goes, okay, something like that. Okay. So you click at the value, and when you click at the value, you'll see these dotted parts, and then you press S, and that's it. It's done. All right. So remember what we have added? We have added this one here, and we have added that one down there. We have, I suspect that I excluded one of the blue ones. If I didn't, I should have done that already, but I suspect I excluded one. Let's exclude one more just for the sake of the example right now, and let's see if it will work. Now, don't just press the OK. There is a bug that I cannot trace where it's coming from, but you have to click here at the window first to kind of activate this window. And when you do so, then you're free to press OK. And then you go through all the images like that. It might, if you just want to skip an image, meaning that you don't want to change anything, you can just press OK. The yellow ones will be excluded. And you keep going. It might seem a bit tricky, but trust me, when you learn to just alternate between these and zoom and become familiar with the zooming, then it's quite fast actually to decide what you want to drop and what you want to keep. Okay, always click here first and then the OK, and so on and so forth. If you get this kind of exception, it could be that, for example, one of the images didn't have regions of interest or something else. Keep a note maybe when these errors occur. It might be nothing, but yeah, if it's something important, it should practically stop the code. All right, so I'm gonna cancel, close, and let's see what we have. Going to the very last rows that I defined as a place to save my regions of interest. And now, let's say that I want to see, I think this is the image that we're working with. So I will open the visually optimal images and let's try to find the 134. 134 is this one. Let's move forward. So let's see our results. Loading the regions of interest. And these are the final ones. And let's actually, do we still have the script? The very last rows? No, we don't. The so sorry. So I go to macros, install, and I do the so and you also want to have always use row names as labels. Always. You always want to have that. Even before, I didn't show it, but you want to make sure that this is selected. So now you can see the two regions of interest that we added. You can remember there was a blue one that we excluded. And what else did we do? I think we salvaged, we salvaged these two guys, this guy and this guy. Now, from now on, these are your final rows. It doesn't matter if they're yellow or if they're blue. These are all included there. It's just that you can see what you added, all right, with these strange numbers and yellow contours, what you salvaged with this yellow, and what you kept from the rest, the included ones. And that's it. So practically after that point, the scripts that we're going to run are either just for visualization or for collecting the data, like the numbers and so on. But we have our final rows now.